As consumers in the economy, we have the ability to choose when, where, and how we buy things. People should look to transition their buying habits from large corporations to small independent businesses. The majority of things I buy come from small businesses. My father runs a small business, and through his experiences, I can only imagine what struggles and adversity other small businesses face every day. I'll explain the problem of only doing your shopping at large corporate-run businesses and why small businesses are important in the economy. So why should you care? Why even take the time to care? The problem with only shopping at big businesses is 1, you run the risk of getting a lower quality good, and 2 is you miss out on the relationships that you can have with a business. But why are small businesses important in the economy? First off, local jobs. In Sam Bonsu and Matthew Quofi's academic journal, they state, quote, in 2016, small businesses created 47.4% of the jobs in the U.S., end quote. That's crazy. That's half of the jobs were created through just small businesses. Other part of that is working at these small businesses. It's the difference between working at a big corporate run versus a small family run kind of thing. In my experience, I worked at Best Buy, and it was great. Everybody was nice, but I had like 4 different bosses, and it was kind of convoluted what I had to do each day. On the other hand, I also worked at a small family-run pizza joint called Pizza Shack, and I only had one boss. Everybody was psyched to come into work each day. Everybody felt like a family. It felt close-knit. There were regulars that came in every day. The customers were always happy to see you. It's a different experience either way. And in my opinion, it's better with the smaller business approach. But anyway, another big thing that is why small businesses are good is because they bring competition. Huffington Post writer Jose Vasquez said, quote, a local farmer, for example, may be able to offer cheaper produce because he doesn't have to spend money on shipping, end quote. So what can you do to involve yourself? First off, you can adjust your shopping habits. Now, as a Gen Zer, some of you guys are millennials or even older, I don't even know what's past that, but as a Gen Zer, a lot of us online shop. And to get away from that, you just have to walk around and find shops that you like to just walk around. For me, it's record stores. So I get records. I go down to downtown Atlanta, get stuff all the time. But it's just the difference between taking the time to actually go into a store. And the cool thing is, a lot of these businesses, these smaller businesses, have really good websites that you can order straight from them on their website. It kind of fits both things, but it's a different experience to actually walk in and say hi and buy a record or buy whatever. Rizka Ayuni's academic journal from 2019 predicted that, quote, one of the changes is a new paradigm shift by companies from the traditional business model to an internet-based business model, end quote. All right, close your eyes. Picture an elephant. All right, just kidding. Stop picturing elephants. Visualize your daily drive to school, work, or whatever. What do you pass by? What small businesses do you pass by every day without even realizing it? Is there a farmer's market on the side of the road? Maybe a guitar store tucked under a bridge somewhere? Are there any independently run businesses you can check out in your spare time? Take something you really enjoy. It could be a hobby or whatever. What do you physically need for that hobby? It can be as simple as art paper for drawing or strings for a guitar or anything like that. Take that, and instead of going to Amazon or anywhere online and buying it from some huge corporation, take the time to research it, and if there are any independent shops near you that would have what you need, buy it from them instead. You'll get a higher quality product at possibly a higher price just because they have to pay a higher end, but it's worthwhile. You'll get more satisfaction. You'll help your indie scene. It's a good time. In these times of pandemic, Many of these businesses will have been forced to close, which is doubly damning as they aren't part of some huge corporate umbrella company that can float them capital to stay afloat in these rough times. The ones that really take the hit from the economy essentially being closed are these small businesses, and they should be the ones getting bailouts, not these gargantuan corporations. Renee Merle from Washington Post said, quote, "Just over half of small businesses have applied for the SBA's Smaller Disaster Loan Program, but just 4% have been approved," end quote. So what that's saying is 50% of all small businesses in the U.S. have applied for this loan, for this guaranteed money that's been promised, and 4% of that have been granted. So no one's getting any money from this, which is crazy. But sorry for getting political, but it's just more important now than ever to support your local independent businesses. Find these businesses' websites and social media and figure out how you can support them from home. A lot of them have increased their online presence and will ship out most anything that you want. If it's an independent restaurant you're supporting, figure out if they're doing takeout orders and go from there. There's a coffee place down in Cartersville. They do like online coffee orders. It's cool. It's Dine Out Coffee. Finding a little comfy shop to feel connected to benefits everyone involved. The community gets stronger and you can make a very noticeable and worthwhile impact on it. Go find your new little favorite hole-in-the-wall restaurant or store and make friends with the owners. Have a conversation. Make a relationship. Find your local independent scene and join it. Be a part of something bigger than yourself and support it. Thank you.